one, might as well die right up in the topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Cam doing big things. For the people, yeah, the price be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news, yeah, to the missiles. In front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you on the scope, then we cutting two. Yeah, this corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well die right up in the topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Cam doing big things. For the people, yeah, the price be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news, yeah, to the missiles.
On the wall.
in front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you on the scope, then we came too. It is corner of the week, then topic 1. Might as well dive right up in topic 2. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Camp doing big things. For the people, yeah, the props be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. End time news, yeah, to the missiles.
You the GOAT, boy. Shalom. I'm Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ, and today I'd like to present a sit-down discussion with the Jewish community. There's a lot of controversy. There's much hatred that you have towards us. We're the prophets of the one true God. So what we'd like to do is sit down with several of your leading Jewish personalities. The rest of you just stand by. Sit back, move out the way. We want to sit down with Yitzhak Yosef, who called black people monkeys. He's number one.
לא הכל כושים מברכים, אלא צריך שיהיה כושי שאבא שלו ואימא שלו לבנים, איפה אתה תדע? אם אתה יודע, בפעם שאתה יודע, ואתה יצא להם בן קוף, יצא להם בן ככה.
Number two, we like to sit down with Jonathan Greenblatt of the Anti-Defamation League. You have so much to say on the Breakfast Club in alluding that we have shot and murdered people in New Jersey. We want to sit down and discuss with you to produce your cause.
And look, they're entitled to their beliefs until that justifies shooting Jewish people with pellet guns on Staten Island. Or like, this is December. 3 years ago, December 2019, two black Hebrew Israelites went into a kosher supermarket in Jersey City and killed 3 people because they said they weren't real Jews.
Wow.
Shot them cold dead in a kosher supermarket.
Prove what those lies you have said. We want to sit down with the SPLC, Margaret Huang, Ann Beeson. You also pushed the lie that we have murdered people in New Jersey, so forth and so on. We want to sit down with APOC, Howard Core, and Lillian Pincus. Also, that latest group, the Canary Mission. We want to sit down with Adam Milstein and Howard D. Sterling.
When Tony asked about Canary Mission.
Who are the people involved with them?
It's him. That's him.
Adam Milstein.
Yeah, I don't know who he hired to oversee it. Adam Milstein. He's the guy who runs it.
We need to expose the fact that they're anti everything we believe in. We need to put them on the run.
So Adam Milstein, he funds the Israel Project and he's funding the Canary Mission website.
Yeah, which is interesting because it makes it seem as though we're a part of it, but we're not.
We'd like to sit down with all of you. If all, one for all and all for one, however you want to do it. But we will sit down with you. So don't say we're running from you, we're trying to evade you. No, we're not. Okay? Reach us, call us at 1-855-484-4842, extension 7023. Or by email, israel@israelunite.org. All right? The scriptures say, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. And that's what we endeavor to do. So, Jewish community, have a sit down with us. Let's have an open discussion publicly. All right? Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Turn me up. I'm low already, I'd say. Hey, shalom, viewing audience. This is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show. All right, I'm Captain Matadai, to my right.
Hey, shalom, Israel, I'm Officer Losias.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Samson. Shalom, Israel, Officer Aaron.
And this is your place for
End Time News.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All praise to the Father. Hey, I'm telling you. we got a lot of content today for you. Make sure y'all tuned in and go ahead and share it. Share it to your mama, them, your cousin, auntie, uncle, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and share this link right here. And subscribe. Put the thing there. All right, subscribe to IUIC Tallahassee Camp. Writings on the wall.
That's right.
And like and comment and all of that good stuff. Normally I would say, Samson, what's going on? But he don't know nothing. Put a camera on him. The reason why he don't know what's going on, he got them tight braids in his head. That's why.
That's what it is.
Looking like Q from
All About the Benjamins.
All About the Benjamins. We always say that. You know who he looked like too? Mac 10.
He needs
Mac from for the Connect gang. You know what I'm saying? Mac 10 as well. Hey, we're going to jump into a few things, man. But I want to get to these announcements real quick. If y'all could pull it up for us, IT. What we got? Subscribe to IUIC Diaspora on all social media platforms. Just keep it rolling. And IUIC Levant, all right? We also got, Ethiopia as well. All right, we got a lot of different YouTubes, Twitter accounts, Facebook, all of that. So make sure you support. Because it's not just us here over here. It's all over.
That's right.
12 tribes.
You know that's right.
Worldwide. Would you look at that?
Worldwide.
Would you look at that?
That's right.
All right. And let's go ahead and get into our missing persons. And, it's crazy. We can go over this every week, not just here in this region, but whether it be north, south, central, west. The same thing's going on with our people all over. Right. And that's really what today's show is going to be about. We got the topic of the day, but that's only a certain portion. We're really going to be talking about the trafficking that's been going on at an all-time high as well. So pull that back up for us, please. All right, this is missing persons Candace Peterson, Albany, Georgia. If you know any whereabouts, have any information, please call 229-431-2132. All right, let's keep it rolling. Miss Chiquita Jones. She was last seen just a few days ago, July 15th, 2023. All right. This took place in Tallahassee, Florida. So if you know any information or anything about her whereabouts, just, please call 850-891-4200. All right. And this one is also a few days ago in Tallahassee. Tyra Beckwith, 14 years of age. If you have any information or know any of her whereabouts, please call 850-891-4200. All right. So we're going to get into it. I'll at least let y'all, I'll pass the ball to y'all if you want to bring something out real quick. Aaron, you look like you want to say something.
Hey, yes, sir. So, we got a jam-packed show for y'all. Okay. Y'all really y'all gonna like this one.
You know what's crazy, Aaron? You know what's crazy about that? Because before we went over the missing persons, and I just said that.
You did.
I just said that. That's funny right there. That's called a pootie tang.
It's hot too.
Pootie tang. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Hey, you know what I ran into? Hey, I sent you a video. I sent you a quick video, man. Now, we don't condone what is taking place on the video, so that's the disclaimer, right? But this is a glimpse. All right, because when you read about Samson, about his strength. You understand? You hear about King David wrestling with lions and bears, right? And you kind of just, dang, is that just words on a piece of paper? No, this is how our forefathers got down.
That's right.
All right, now, the reason I'm going here, because this is what I thought about when I saw this clip. All right, so it's one of our young men, all right, in school. He got into a fight. We don't condone it. That's not the type of behavior that we teach, right? But there's something that took place while the fight happened. And I want to share that with you real quick. I want to show you something. All right, God made the Israelites better, stronger, more advanced than the other nations, right?
That's right.
So let's play the clip. Let's play the clip real quick. So stop. The first person you see running your screen is I think that's the school security guard, right? So let's run it back a little bit. Just run it back. So this looks like a predominantly black school. Many of us know about this, but you got the white security guard trying to break up the fight. What should happen? You shouldn't be fighting at school.
Right.
Okay? Y'all all right?
Yes,
you shouldn't be fighting at school. But play the clip. Watch this. Now, I'm going to just let you know. That brother got to be like 15, 16 years old.
Right.
But the way he did that and then flexed on him like that, bro, that's showing you that's some next level stuff right there.
Right.
That's that Israelite strength right there.
That's
man.
right.
Run that thing back. That thing's crazy. Hey, this is the last time we're going to play. We ain't going to play nobody. We ain't going to play nobody. Just run that back real quick. All right. Hey, they didn't know what to do. They was like, I can't believe what I just saw.
Right.
Give me a prophecy real quick. Give me Zechariah 12. All right. Give me Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8.
You're going to learn today.
All right. So you got to understand who God chose and where he put his name. And he put his name in Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But just to give you a little glimpse of what's to come.
That's
all right. These nations, they thought that was something right there. They ain't seen nothing yet.
That's right.
All right. Read that for us, please.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Come on.
And he that is feeble.
It say he that is feeble. You know, our certain brothers and sisters may have different bone diseases, may have different ailments, cancer, deformities, or what have you. The Bible says those who are feeble amongst us today, what are they going to be like when the kingdom comes? Come on.
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
They shall be as King David. Real quick, Sirach 47. All right, Sirach chapter 47, verse 2. So you got to see what David was like. We alluded to it, but we got to read the script.
That's right.
All right, read this real quick. Sirach 47 and 2.
The book of Sirach, chapter 47 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
As is the fat taken away from the peace offering, so was David chosen out of the children of Israel.
Right, it says, so was David chosen out of the children of Israel. Children of Israel was already chosen, but David, he was hand-selected out of the best people of all time. All right, and it say, those who are feeble, they're going to be like King David. All right, watch this. Go ahead.
Verse 3. He played with lions.
He did what?
He played with lions.
Who does that?
Right.
Who plays with lions? Who says, lion, come here, I want to play with you? Who does that? It's hard to imagine, right?
That's right.
Read that again.
Yes, sir. Verse 3. He played with lions as with kids.
So think about the type of strength he had to have in order to play with a lion as a little kid. Hey, get out of here, lion. You understand? Go ahead.
And with bears as with lambs.
And as bears as with lambs. So go back to the prophecy. Zechariah 12 and 8. Read that again for us, please.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and verse 8.
Come on.
In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
Shall be as David. Now watch this.
And the house of David.
And the house of David, Jerusalem, the rest of us is not feeble. Go ahead.
Shall be as God.
Shall be as who?
As God.
As God.
That's right.
See that thing right there? See that thing? It ain't nothing God can't do.
Right.
So we going to have God
And you know that's
like
right.
powers and abilities.
That's right.
Go ahead.
As the angel of the Lord before them.
Right, as the angel of the Lord before them. Now, I just wanted to bring that thing out. It was funny when I seen it, but I was like, you know what? I could bring a script out with that thing. Aaron, okay, now Aaron's up. Aaron's awake. He want to bring it out too.
Hey, all praises. Can I get quick script? Let me get Genesis 25, because it's a clear indentation. Am I saying that right? Oh,
indication.
Indication. Appreciate it. It's a clear indication of who the children of Israel is. Read that. You know what I want.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25.
Nope, 23.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23.
Read.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So I say 2 nations are in thy womb. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Read.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
The what?
And one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So how he just picked that man up like a rag doll, it's clear that one people shall be stronger than the other people.
He's a teenager playing with a grown man as a kid.
Sheesh.
My gosh. Hey, let's get into it, man. This is your place for End Times News. IT, y'all ready? All right, play the clip. You know how we got to do. We got to start off with the World Weather Report, brought to you by the Writings on the Wall radio show.
That's right.
As always, every week we gotta show the people what was prophesied to happen.
That's
all right?
right.
So pull up the first one for us, please. Read that.
Bring it on. Tornado damages Fitzer plant.
Okay. Try that thing again.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Tornado damages Fitzer plant.
Okay.
Pfizer.
Pfizer. Read that again.
Tornado
Lord have
damages
mercy.
Pfizer plant in North Carolina. Will likely lead to long-term shortages of medicine.
Right. Likely lead to short-term supplies of medicine. Now, when I heard that, two things pop in my mind. First and foremost, they are the destroyers of the earth. Like say Revelations 11, right? That's number one. But number two, Pfizer has been one of the big companies in regards to the vaccine, right?
Right.
So it's like I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted with that thing. It's like, yeah, but then they also make other medicines and things like that. But at the end of the day, Most High was behind that thing. So I'm going to rejoice.
That's right.
Because let's read some of this article before we dive into it a little bit more. Because those vaccines be killing a lot of our people.
Right.
And you know that's right.
Giving them enlarged hearts and all of that stuff like that. All right, so read some of this article, please.
Yes, sir. An important Pfizer pharmaceutical plant in North Carolina was severely damaged on Wednesday after a powerful tornado ripped through the area, threatening production lines that normally provided huge amounts of medicine to U.S. hospitals. Meanwhile, torrential rain flooded parts of Kentucky, and communities from California to South Florida endured scorching heat that at times reached record-high temperatures.
Hey, real quick, give me Job 5 and 12. Job chapter 5, verse 12. Because if it was up to them, right, they would like to see all of the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans wiped off face of the earth, right?
Right.
That's what they want. That they got the same spirit of Haman, right? He wants to exterminate our people, all right? But there is a God. Read that real quick.
The book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12.
Come on.
He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So he sent that storm or that whirlwind or that tempest directly to that facility and made it flat, like it was nothing. Now, the reason why I said, I'm going to rejoice because, hey, if it's up to them, they want to keep putting that poison in us. That's what they want to do. But check this thing out. The Most High has, what is it called? Pinpoint accuracy and precision. All right, watch this real quick. Psalms 11. All right, give me Psalms chapter 11 and give me verse 6. Okay? Start at verse 4. Watch this.
Yes, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 11 and verse 4. The Lord is in his holy temple.
It says the Lord is in his holy temple.
The Lord's throne is in heaven.
Is in heaven. Come on.
His eyes behold, his eyelids try. The children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked in him that loveth violence, his soul hateth.
It says his soul what?
His soul hateth.
His soul hateth. And you got to remember, it's not just by the sword, not just by weaponry, it's by biological warfare as well. How they come against the people of God, right? And let's see how the Most High handled them in this situation. The Most High got a sense of humor too now. All right, read verse 6.
Verse 6.
Come on.
Upon the wicked he shall rain snares.
So he said, upon the wicked he shall rain snares. Come on.
Fire and brimstone. And an horrible tempest.
And a horrible what?
A horrible tempest.
A horrible tempest. That's going into that tornado that flattened the Pfizer facility. Okay, go ahead.
This shall be the portion of their cup.
Right, this should be the portion of their cup because in the beginning, or the whole grand scheme of things, they want to eradicate all of us. They want to destroy all of us. But there is a God. God said, you know what? Because you're trying to do that, because you're trying to do it subtly, I'm going to send this tempest, and I'm going to destroy that Pfizer plant. You see that thing right there? That's some good stuff. All praise to the Most High. That's some good stuff. All right. Read some more of that, please.
An important Pfizer pharmaceutical plant in North Carolina was severely damaged on Wednesday after a powerful tornado ripped through the area, threatening production lines that normally provided huge amounts of medicine to U.S. hospitals. Meanwhile, torrential rain flooded parts of Kentucky, and communities from California to South Florida endured scorching heat that at times reached record-high temperatures. Pfizer confirmed the large manufacturing complex was damaged by a twister that touched down shortly after midday near Rocky Mount.
Remember, God calls that his tempest. Go ahead.
But said in an email that it had no reports of serious injuries. A later company statement said all employees were safely evacuated and accounted for.
But the building is done. The building is finished. You got footage? You got a video on that? IT?
Bring it on.
All right, play that. That's the Pfizer facility right there.
Yeah, that's done.
He set it up where nobody got hurt because some of our people probably working there, right?
Right.
Yes, sir. All right, but he said, nope, y'all ain't going to keep doing this.
Damn.
All right, very good. Hey, let's keep it rolling. We got a lot of stuff on the weather report. I don't want to spend too much time. Go ahead, officer.
Can I make a quick point,
Yeah,
Cap?
go ahead.
Let me get Proverbs 3 and 5. So, so with that being said, this is like what Cap was alluding to. This is a pharmaceutical plant. They can produce all kinds of medicines and things of that nature. So, yes, family, you don't want to forsake the physician, right? But for a while now, Bishop and the leadership have been telling us to get our health right. All right, so we want to make sure we're hearkening and taking our, actually putting in the work to get our, our weight down, making sure we're healthy so we're not really relying on these medicines. Yes,
Right.
what I'm saying? If we're at the point where you got to rely on it, then you got to. But we got to make sure we're trying to work our way away from trusting in the system and coming back and focusing on God's words and his instructions. Go ahead and read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Who are you supposed to trust in?
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
So trust in the Lord with all your heart. Because God, he set up the leadership. God is allowing his wisdom to come down and let our people know, hey, the next COVID is coming. The next sickness is coming. Get your mind right. Get your body right. Read on.
That's right.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
And don't think like, they're just making things up on their own accord. No, this is wisdom coming down from the Lord family. So now, this is what we got to do. Let's follow what's been coming out.
No. You're 100% correct.
Yes, sir.
In your statement, I'm going to just back it up. Sirach 38 and 9. Like it says in verse 4, it says, the medicines were created out of the earth for our healing. But like we were alluding to, those vaccines, they have not been helping us. And as a matter of fact, they've been causing more harm than anything. But in the whole grand scheme of things, like the officer was just bringing out, first and foremost, our healing comes from who? It comes from God. Right. Okay, watch this, verse 9.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord.
Do what?
And pray unto the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And he will make thee whole.
Right. Read on.
Leave all from sin, and order thine hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness.
Right, that's what we got to do. Because you can go to the physician all day, but if you ain't keeping God's commandment, no healing's taking place. All
That's
right?
right.
Hey, let's go to the next one, please. What we got, IT? Read that.
Yes, sir. A powerful 6.5 magnitude earthquake in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of El Salvador shook much of Central America on Tuesday, from Nicaragua to Guatemala, sending residents in some cities streaming into the streets.
Go ahead. That's it on that? Because I know some of these articles be. All right, it looks like it's all. So 6.5 magnitude earthquake hit El Salvador. That's, our people are down there.
Right.
We read Matthew 24.
Lord,
earthquakes in these last days before the coming of Messiah. So, hey, this is what we're witnessing right here. What else we got, IT? Yeah, play that, please. All right, we got North India struck by a monsoon. So flooding is over there to the point they got to take boats to get to and from. So everybody's feeling it, right? It's not just America. It's not just one side.
Right.
You got something?
Just adding to what we're saying, like we realize this is all of God. God creates this. When lives are taken, it's God. Like it says in Amos, shall anything happen and God not be a part of it? Give me that in Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 22. This is the type of God we serve, and we don't forgot this because our people were so lost into Christianity and Caesar Borgia. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 22.
Read.
Fear ye not me, saith the Lord.
This is what God said. You don't fear me, read.
Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sin for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree?
God said, I'm so powerful I can stop the water from going past where I put the sand at. Read.
That it cannot pass it. And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail.
God said, you don't fear me knowing all the power I got. This is the kind of stuff the God that we serve can do. And that's why we got to honor him.
Right. That's what we got to do. Excellent. Excellent. Hey, I think there was another flood as well in Colombia, right? Yep, watch this. Read that.
Heavy rains caused landslides in Colombia, killing at least 12.
Right, that's our people down there as well. All right, it says 12 fatalities down there. All right, heavy rains. All right, scroll down, read some of this, please. Oh, gosh. There you go.
At least 12 people are dead and about 20 missing in the aftermath of landslides caused by heavy rain in central Colombia, authorities say. The landslide struck late on Monday in the rural municipality of Cuentamé, southeast of the capital of Bogota, in the province of Cundinamarca. Nicolas Garcia Bustos, the governor of the province, posted a Twitter video on Tuesday saying that the death toll has risen to 14, with six more people transferred to healthcare centers for injuries. Civil Defense Operational Director Ricardo Coronado, meanwhile, offered the Reuters news agency a slightly lower estimate. So far, we have recovered 12 bodies, with 2 children among the fatalities.
Right. So when God brings the judgment, it's not partial.
Right.
It's not partial. All right, so we got to make sure we're continuing to build ourselves up in these last days. Hey, speaking of all of those who are watching, a lot of times we get calls, right? Ezekiel 11 and 16. A lot of times we get calls from brothers and sisters. We appreciate the support. There's no doubt about it. But we wouldn't be your brothers if we did not exhort you to actually fellowship.
That's right.
Go to the school or the sanctuary that's closest near you. All right? Put your best foot forward. Put in the effort to go be amongst your brothers and sisters, not because it's just something that you want to do, which is a good thing, but it's because it's a commandment.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
And at the end of the day, your righteousness will be remembered. All right, read that real quick.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 11 and verse 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be for them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
Right, and that's what we need. We need that for the exhortation, to get through the day to day, and most importantly, to adhere to God's commandments in these last days.
That's right.
All right. I think we got one more about the climate change, right? Oh, yeah, read that. Watch this.
Yes, sir. Heat waves set more records across Europe, Asia, and U.S. The intense heat wave across the world has shown no signs of abating. Residents across Asia, Europe, and North America scramble to find some relief from unforgiving temperatures. Extreme heat was forecast across the globe on Wednesday as firefighters battled blazes in parts of Greece and the Canary Islands, while authorities from California to China warned of the health dangers brought by searing temperatures, urging people to drink water and shelter from the sun. Here's a quick look at the places affected the most so far by scorching temperatures.
Yeah, I want to see. All right, it says China, scroll down. Greece. It needs to say Florida. It's been hot. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no AC, bro. Bro, my AC broke. I ain't got no AC right now, so I've been feeling it at all time high, bro. Look at me. Look at me.
No prayers for him.
Sheesh. What you had, officer? Look like you had something.
Exodus 14 and 14. Because through all this, what we see now, we got to put our trust back in the Most High God. That's who's gonna save us. We're gonna have peace in Him, because we know He gonna fight for us. Let's read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you.
It said the Lord shall fight for you. Who? He gonna fight for? The so-called blacks, this matters Native American, the one that keeping His commandments. Read.
And ye shall hold your peace.
And we shall do what? Hold our peace. Because we know that the Most High God, He got angels around us. So He know He gonna protect us every step of the way. So that's it. Every day.
Hey, real quick, it is hot.
It's hot.
But it's going to get hotter, right?
That's right.
It's going to get much hotter. Can we go to the book of Isaiah 4 real quick?
Yeah, you know it's hot, too.
Oh, gosh. I tell y'all funny, man. I tell you it's funny. All right, give me the Isaiah 4 and give me verse 4. Watch this, y'all.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 4.
Watch this.
When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment.
When God gets us together, all right, those who are of the elect, according to grace, the election according to grace, who are supposed to make it, when He cleans us all up, read.
And by the spirit of burning.
It says, and by the spirit of burning. What is that burning going into? That's going into the nuclear fire, right? That's going into the earth, America catching on fire. It's going to be World War III going on in the last days. Read verse 5 along with that.
Yes, sir. Verse 5. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion.
Come on.
And upon her assemblies a cloud and a smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall he be a defense.
Read.
And there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the day.
It says there's going to be a tabernacle for a shadow in the day. Read.
From the heat.
From the what?
From the heat.
So it's not about getting better now. It's about waiting for our deliverance so we can be protected from that heat. Right now, it's just a warning sign.
Right.
You don't understand how hot it's really going to get. But if we do what we need to do, if we endure to the end, we'll have protection. We'll have shelter, a shadow, a hedge over us to protect us from that heat.
That's right.
Finish that out.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
And for a place of refuge.
Uh-huh.
And for a covert from storm and from rain.
Right, and that's going to be the Most High, His
Right.
Son, Jesus the Christ. It's going to give us that protection.
Yes, sir.
All right, now there's one more that talks about this is weather of the apocalypse.
Right.
Okay. Is this what I want? It's extreme. Okay, yeah, read that.
Is this extreme weather the new normal? There's no such thing, some scientists say.
Read that.
CNN. Summer in the Northern Hemisphere is playing out like an apocalypse movie, a tale of heat, floods, and fire. But scientists warn this may only be a preview of the unpredictable chaos to come if the world continues to pump out planet-heating pollution.
Right. They try to blame it on something that it's not. This is the Lord sending these plagues to the earth.
That's right.
Yeah, the fire, the floods, all of that, that's coming from the Lord.
Right.
And he's allowing this to happen. So what? So we could turn to him. So we can acknowledge him for who he truly is. Let's drop that for the sake of time. Let's get ready for the next segment, Wars and Rumors of War. IT, you ready? All right, play the clip. All right, this is the Wars and Rumors of Wars report. Hey, let's get right into it. I don't want to spend too long on this. This took place this week. There was a huge blast on one of Russia's bridges, and there was fatalities. All right, Putin is not happy about what went down, so we're going to play this real quick. Press play. Read the subtitles, please.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to pause it.
U.S. and U.K. manage terrorist regime in Ukraine.
So that right there, that's the bridge that was attacked. As you can see, there's people on the bridge. People died.
Right.
All right, go ahead, play on.
Moscow fumes as explosions rock key bridge to Russia. Russia has pointed fingers at the U.S. and U.K. for the deadly attack on Crimea Bridge. 3 civilians were killed in the alleged Ukrainian attack on Monday morning.
All right, so you can kill that. So it's still going on over there with Ukraine and Russia. All right, Putin's mad. He's upset. He says it was the UK. He said it was the United States of America helping Ukraine on this. All right, what we got next? Read that.
Iran and Russia working to push U.S. out of Syria.
Uh-huh.
Pentagon officials say.
All right, let's read some of this, please.
Iran and Russia are working in concert to force the U.S. military out of Syria, a senior defense official told reporters on Friday. The officials disclosed for the first time that a Russian aircraft flew unprofessionally near a U.S. MQ-9 drone earlier that day, while a second aircraft spent an extended period of time surveilling the U.S.'s AI tariff garrison in Syria. The U.S. didn't have any assets to deter the manned aircraft over its base.
So you see, what's this? Scroll back to the top. This is Russia and Iran. All right, they're upset with America over there in Syria. The nations is getting tired of America. Like I say, Habakkuk 2:5.
Right.
Always read that real quick. All right. There's always new people, right? So you got to read these things. All right, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. This is a characteristic of America and what they would be doing in regards to warfare. Watch this.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Come on.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
By lies. All right, by his policy. Come on.
He is a proud man.
He's a proud man. Read.
Neither keepeth at home.
Right, neither keepeth at home. He's always in this country's business. He's over there trying to get into the region of Taiwan. He's everywhere. And the nations are getting tired of him. Read on.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Come on.
And is as death. and cannot be satisfied.
Right, and cannot be satisfied. Why? He's had many treaties, right? Many agreements with different nations, including Russia.
Right.
Did they hold true to that? Absolutely not. Nope. That's why Putin said, I'm going to war, because y'all said, NATO, that you would not expand your boundaries.
Right.
But did America listen? No. No. They do not keep their promises. Excuse me. All right, let's go to the next one, please.
South Africa says arresting Putin would be declaration of war.
All right, so Vladimir Putin is taking a trip to South Africa for a BRICS summit, I believe. Let's read some of this.
South Africa's president, Cyril Ramaphosa, said that any attempt to arrest Russia's president, Vladimir Putin, when he visits the country next month, would be a declaration of war with Russia. Ramaphosa said in court papers that were released on Tuesday that Russia has made it clear that arresting its sitting president would be a declaration of war. Putin has been invited to a BRICS summit in Johannesburg next month, but is the target of an international criminal court arrest warrant, a provision that Pretoria, as an ICC member, would be expected to implement where he attended.
Let's read about BRICS for those who are not familiar. Read that.
Yes, sir. What is BRICS? BRICS is the acronym of a grouping of 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Notice America's not in that. Right, go ahead.
These countries have a combined population of 3.5 billion, representing a significant portion of the world's emerging economies.
Right, and like when you read, let's go back to Habakkuk. I think it's verse, I ain't looking at it, is it 7 or 8? When it talks about all of these nations, all right, should come together against America.
Yes, sir. Shall they not rise up and bite? Yes, sir. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 7. Shall they not rise up and suddenly that shall bite thee? And await that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Right, because they're going to team up and realize, we can't defeat America as individuals. Right. We're going to have to team up, all right, together in order to stop this beast right here. And you see that with these different alliances. So word on the street is that they're planning to arrest Putin for war crimes and whatever it may be. But they're saying if you do that, it's going to be on and popping, because Russia has allies as well. Y'all had anything on that before we continue?
Yes, sir. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I was going to say, it's real funny that they trying to say that they're going to try to arrest Putin. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that right now, all-time rise of different type of nuclear weapons, all the different countries, they experiment with nuclear weapons. So they understand that, touching him now would not only continue to raise that spark of interest with the nuclear war, but they know that it's going to be real repercussions if they try to do something like that. So.
On top of the fact that they just sent a bomb to the bridge.
Right.
All right, so everybody's on edge right now. Everybody's watching this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just to add to it, like as we're watching these multiple war scenarios, it's all God setting up Joel 3 right before our eyes. Right. Because we as the Israelites, we understand what the scriptures say. We ain't praying for peace. We hoping the smoke happen because we know what God's will is.
You better read your Bible.
We're gonna keep on praying that this keep on playing out the way God said it was gonna happen.
That's right.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Let me get Matthew 24 and verse 6. Like, you're hearing what the South African president is saying. If you arrest Vladimir Putin, this is a declaration of war. And Christ was warning us about we're living in the last days. So what?
That's right.
With these rumors of war, this is exactly what's going on right now. Go ahead and read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars.
Start at verse 3 and then jump down.
Yes, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be?
Read.
And what shall be the sign of thy coming? And of the end of the world.
And of what?
And of the end of the world.
Now jump down.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So what? If they go ahead and do that act, that's going to be a war right there. So yeah, Christ was letting us know what's going to happen.
Excellent. Hey, let's keep it going. What else we got?
U.S. orders deployment of fighter jets and Navy destroyer to Middle East in response to Iranian activities.
Read that again for me. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Got occupied over here.
U.S. orders deployment of fighter jets and Navy destroyer to Middle East in response to Iranian activities.
Right, they want to keep messing with the Carmanians. For some strange reason, they just want to keep blowing on the fire. All right, scroll down real quick. So they say they've been doing some activities the last few months that they're not fond of, so they want to send some fighter jets over there, as if that's going to help the situation.
Right.
All right, read that, please.
Come on now, dog.
CNN. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered F-35 and F-16 fighter jets deployed to the Middle East, as well as the destroyer USS Thompson Hunter, in response to Iranian activities in the Strait of Hormuz. In response to a number of recent alarming events in the Strait of Hormuz, the Secretary of Defense has ordered the deployment of the destroyer USS Thomas Hunter, F-35 fighters, and F-16 fighters to the U.S. Central Command Area of Responsibility to defend U.S. interests and safeguard freedom of navigation in the region.
Right, they want freedom of navigation so they can keep poking in to make sure they're not building their nukes.
Right.
That's what they want. They want to use all these sophisticated words and all that stuff. That's what it's talking about.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I had no telling how many don't tell how many people they already killed. They don't tell you how many people they go over there and assassinate and kill. Because I had a cousin, he working at the Pentagon. He said some things that they were saying in there you can't see. But he said if the people know what America doing in the country, they will not stay in America.
Right.
That's
They
true.
will not stay in America.
You know, because all the other news outlets, they be telling the truth.
Yep.
Right.
You know, like when the Russian-Ukraine wars first started, right? How they demonize Russia and make them look like the worst guys, and Ukraine to look like the good ones.
Yep.
That's what it looks like in every other country.
Right.
America is the devil. Everybody knows America is Satan. It's just the American people, they're under that witchcraft. They're under that illusion. All right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Hey, Cap, even though they sending stuff over there to Iran, they forget that Iran still haven't forgot about Soleimani.
There you go. Soleimani. You all right.
Forgot about that.
Right. Yeah. You said we got a call, right? Yeah, we take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, brother. I just had a comment. You know, it was how you brought up the South Africa. So he said that it was a declaration of war if like you try to arrest Putin because of like the warrant he has out. But you know, they already showed us China's with them. I'm not sure about Brazil, but India's obviously with them because y'all just showed us that. But it's like they all like kind of it's crazy because they're all about to team up and something big is about to happen. So, but I appreciate y'all for you know, putting out the good news and you know just staying strong in the faith and the work and just helping free Israel.
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. You definitely right. He's definitely right. Thank you for calling. Yeah, something is definitely big coming. All right, there's no doubt about that. Give me Isaiah 13 real quick. I think it's 17 about the Medes. All right. Give me that, please.
Yes, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver.
They ain't going to regard silver. They're not going to worry about America's possessions. Because remember, jump down to verse 19. This is what you got to understand. This is not talking about ancient Babylon. This is talking about the United States of America. We're going to show you that right now. Give me verse 19. Watch this.
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. We know that ancient Babylon is present-day Iraq.
Right.
And people are still living there right now.
That's right.
So we understand the way that God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah did not happen to Iraq because it's still inhabitable.
Right.
So this has to be talking about who? The daughter of Babylon,
Bring it up.
which is the United States of America. Now jump back up to verse 17. I want to show you this. Read it again.
Verse 17.
Go ahead.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver.
Now I'll show you something. I'll show you who these Medes are. Judges 8 and 22. I'll show you who these Medes are right here. Okay?
Bring it on.
According to the scripture. All right, watch this. Judges 8 and 22. Watch this.
The book of Judges, chapter 8 and verse 22.
Come on.
Then the men of Israel said unto Gideon, Rule thou over us, but thou and thy son and thy son's sons also, for thou hast delivered us from the hand of Midian.
From the hand of Midian, come on.
And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my son rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you. And Gideon said unto them, I would desire a request of you, that ye would give me every man the earring of his prey. For they had golden earrings, because they were Ishmaelites.
They were what?
Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites are the Midianites, and they're the Medes right here in Isaiah 13:7.
That's right.
17. So go back to Isaiah 13:17. What's my war music? Turn me up.
Come on.
What's Ron doing? Give me my war music, man.
Right.
There you go.
Play that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 17.
Come on.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
Come on.
Which shall not regard silver.
So what are we seeing? We seeing the Medes get riled up.
Right.
All right, Ishmael and his family. Go ahead.
And as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Right, that's not gonna scare them because they were made different. They were made to destroy everything to the point where they will destroy themselves just to destroy you. Go ahead.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
What are those bows? That's their nuclear capabilities. That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
And they shall have no pity.
And they shall have what?
No pity.
They don't care who they destroy. Come on.
On the fruit of the womb.
Uh-huh.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Their eyes shall not spare children. Come on.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
It's talking about boom. That's what it's talking about right there.
That's
hey,
right.
do me a favor. Let's go to the next one. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. All right, read that.
Japan is wary of allies, pushed to fight for Taiwan Island. Experts.
Right. So I think, we talked about it just a few moments ago.
Right.
America over there in the region of Taiwan because they want that island or whatever. Right. All right, so Japan. Wait, scroll back up. I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. Read that title again.
Japan.
Yeah. Right. Japan is weary of allies pushed to fight for Taiwan Island because they already know what this is going to lead to. Remember, Japan knows real good on how war can take a bad turn.
Right.
Y'all remember what Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Right.
They ain't forgot that thing right there.
Right.
So they're like, okay, so, let's think about this. Let's talk about this again because they already know how crazy things could get. Read some of that article briefly, please.
Although U.S. and Japanese military officials have been working on a plan for a conflict over the island of Taiwan for more than a year, Japan's hesitation over the plan indicates that the public attention on the Taiwan question indicates that public attention on Taiwan questions within Japan is weakening, and that Japan does not have the ability or courage to confront the Chinese People Liberation Army, PLA, face to face, experts said on Sunday.
Right. So we'll drop that real quick. Let's continue for the sake of time. I'm looking at time over here. Read this one.
Al Jazeera. Grave threat. U.S., Japan, South Korea slam missile test by North Korea. The United States, South Korea, and Japan have jointly condemned the launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, by North Korea, pledging to work with the international community to tighten sanctions against Pyongyang.
Okay. Hey, he said that. Hey, he ain't stutter or nothing. All right, so yeah. So they over there flexing their muscles. America's upset. Japan's upset. What you had, officer?
I was saying, but that's what happens when you accept Americans' policy, because it looks like Japan, they're not tripping on Taiwan anymore, or any of these islands, because of what? They're, like Cap said, they know what's going to happen with this war. So what? But being in cahoots with America, they're going to set you up. No, you're going to stand here and wait for this, and we're going to keep poking at them so this war might happen. So now they see that what's going to happen to them.
Yeah, man.
Hey, when you look at the bigger picture, think about what America's doing, what America does around the whole world. It's turning Taiwan and trying to turn Taiwan against Japan and against South Korea. They're trying to create tension against people who are like brothers and cousins.
But hey, they gonna remember who they are too.
Right.
They gonna be like, you know what? This little white devil ain't. You see what he doing?
Right.
They gonna be like, I ain't doing it. And they gonna get together and they gonna say, forget you, America.
Get out of there.
And that's what America do throughout the world. It creates tension amongst each other. And when you open your eyes, you start to see it just like it does with us.
But they can't open their eyes that
Right.
I'm just like, my bad. That was a good one, right? All right, I'm sorry. I ain't right. Who else?
I just say Americans, they are flushing their muscles and things like that because they know they got what all the technology and things like that, and they go into these countries and make these agreement with them, and they know they can hold something against them.
Right.
So they say, okay, I got this. and they flex a arm, go throw a bomb over there or something like that. But America, the Bible said Babylon the Great gonna be up on a fire.
That's right.
So that's what the Bible said.
That's right.
Hey, real quick, we gonna cut it short. We gonna cut it short today. But before we get to our next look at that. Next segment, I need y'all to subscribe. Hey, we got over 1,000 people watching, but we only got like 300 something likes.
Wow.
I need all y'all to take a second and push the button.
That's right.
Where's it at? Push the like button, man. Y'all know how it go, man. It needs the likes, and we need y'all to share the stream. We need you to share it so we can get the algorithm up.
Right.
All right, we got to push this truth. Push the button.
That's right.
All right, we need over 1,000 likes. If we got that many viewers, everybody should take the time and just press one easy button.
That's right.
All right. So you see things is heating up in the earth, wars, rumors of wars.
right.
But you would think that would have our people tuning into the news, making sure they trying to get themselves right. But no. They're not doing that.
Right.
Our people getting crazier and crazier and crazier, which brings us to our next segment, the Coon of the Week. IT, y'all ready?
Great segment.
Play the clip.
Bring it on.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley loves Bud Light. I want y'all to drink this effing beer.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Wait a minute.
If you're gay, bless you.
No.
If you're transgender, bless you. And if you have a problem with that, F you.
Wow.
Let's play the clip because our people he don't lost his mind.
Yeah.
IT. Can we play Charles Barkley, please? Okay, somebody say so. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Come on now, dog.
I want y'all to drink this fucking beer. I want y'all to drink this fucking beer. I got 3 cases of Bud Light. Hey, and I want to say this. If you're gay, bless you. If you're transgender, bless you. And if you have a problem with that, fuck you.
Now,
Wait a minute.
why? First and foremost, why?
Come on now.
Don't
dog.
forget. A few months ago, Charles he got the bag.
Right.
All right, don't forget about that. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him up to say that stuff right there. Now, could you give me a quick script? I'm gonna pass it to y'all.
Bring it up.
Revelations 22, I believe. Give me Revelation chapter 22, because he talking about if you gay, bless you. The hell is this? No. If they gay, they gonna get destruction. Last time I checked.
Right.
Yeah, Revelation 22 and 7. These are the people who gonna be blessed right here. Read that.
The book of Revelations, chapter 22 and verse 7.
Come on.
Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Right, it say, blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. So somebody told Charles wrong.
That's right.
What you had, officer?
Hey, think about this, Cap. Where was this bold? Charles Barkley ain't never stepped up for the black community. Where was this boldness when 60,000 black women was missing?
Right.
Where was this stance when all of our sisters and brothers from the little what is the containment camps the Mexicans got kidnapped?
Yep.
80,000 kids missing. Where did you stand on that? You know why he don't stand on that? Because he's sleeping white. Give me that in Tobit chapter 4 verse 13. His mind is all in the enemy's pocket. Read that. Tobit chapter 4 verse 13.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 13.
Your people are not important to you when you with the other nation. Read.
Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren.
God say love your brethren. Your brethren are those that look like you. Read.
And despise not in thy heart thy brethren.
So how do you despise your brethren? Read.
The sons and daughters of thy people in not taking a wife of them.
So you despise your people when you don't take a wife of your people.
Right.
It shows in your actions and the things that you find important. You want to step up for beer and gay and transsexual.
Right.
He want to step up for being gay and transsexuals. Right. Now, this is why, because what the officer is bringing out 100% true. Pull up that picture, IT. This is what he goes home to every night. Ladies and gentlemen, the milk has gone bad. Shame. That right there ain't right.
We need some milk.
That's some serious hatred right there.
Right. Hate.
That's some serious hatred right there for yourself.
The hell is
Embarrassing your mom and your daddy like that.
Right.
You understand? But that's the type of conversation that you're gonna have when not only do you hate yourself, but you hate your people on top of that. You'll go out there and do a PSA for people who kill people at 4th of July events. Right. Don't forget about the Transformer who did that.
Right.
All right. You got these Thank you. You got these Transformers out here molesting kids, all types of crimes that they're in. But you're saying if you don't like that, F you. So you're supporting wickedness. That's what you're doing.
Right.
But he can't see clear because he's going home to spoiled milk every night.
That's right.
That's right.
That's what he chose. It is what it is. Hey, pull up the next one, man. This one's crazy. This one is it. And sisters, hey, call in. I want to hear from you, sisters. What y'all think about this right here? Now, when I seen this, I was like, I really couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Right.
I had to get a breakdown from the brother. I was like, first and foremost, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
How did she become famous? But let's listen. Let's listen to the speech of our sisters today. Play that.
Lord have mercy.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
Stop. So who is this? Who? Suki. Put it back. Suki Hana. All right. One of y'all gave me the breakdown earlier. Get on the mic and tell us who that is, man. Don't be scared now. Do it. I don't remember the breakdown. Who got the breakdown?
Go ahead and get the breakdown.
Come on, man. We live, man.
On,
get
brother.
the mic.
Let's go.
There we go.
Brothers looking like me. Yeah, you the one who said it.
Yes, sir. Shalom, Cap. So basically, Suki Hana, she's right now a rapper, but she was formerly a stripper hanging around Cardi B's crew.
Cardi B's crew. So they had a stripper crew.
Basically, yes, sir.
Damn. Okay, and then they became rappers.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Would you look at that? So go back to the clip. They're in another country, right? They're in UK or something like that, right? All right. So this is how the sister go out in public in another country. This is what she do. Now rewind it. Play that.
This is ridiculous.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass.
That is, bruh. You said we got a caller? Yeah, we'll take a quick call. Bro, what was that? Like, what was that? Was that like a superpower? She just hulked up and just got hoish? Why did she start yelling? Why she did that? Let's take a quick call, man. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, Shalom, brothers. I just had a quick question. I'm going through some things, and I was reading the book, the Bible, and Hebrews 10:26. I wanted a question about that because sometimes I feel that it's just over with for me because I've just been out here in these streets, out here in the world, and I don't know if I could even be forgiven for some of the things I've done.
You ever heard of Paul the Apostle?
Yes, sir. He was the torturer.
Murderer.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Right.
Bounty hunter, murderer, persecuted the church. All right, but I'll show you a quick script. Give me the book of Acts chapter 9, verse 15. Okay? Lord's will you can get some encouragement from this, bro.
Bring it on.
All right. You may be going through what you're going through. You done what you've done, but that's why Christ came, bro.
That's right.
All right. That's what we got to remember. All right. Read what you got.
The book of Acts, chapter 9 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me.
He is a what?
Chosen vessel unto me.
You see that thing right there, Paul? Like you said, he persecuted, he murdered the church, he wreaked havoc in the church, but Christ said, hey, he's a chosen vessel unto me.
Right.
So you may not count yourself worthy, but did you know that there's a God?
Right.
All right, give me Acts 13:38. Right. And this is what that God did. Because he loved us so much, this is why he sent his son his only begotten son, to die for the nation of Israel. So you would have a chance, all right? So you would have a chance at repentance. Read what you got.
The book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 38.
Read that.
Be it known unto you, therefore, men and brethren, that through this man is preached unto you the forgiveness of sin.
Watch this.
And by him, all that believe are justified from all things.
From what?
All things.
From how many things?
All things.
Come on.
From which he could not be justified by the law of Moses.
Right. Now, if we was under the law of Moses, we would all be gone for.
That's right.
Okay?
Right.
But understand this thing right here. Since Christ came, you do have a chance.
Right.
All right. Now, one last scripture I want to share with you. Proverbs 24:16. All right. Proverbs 24:16, bro. All right. If you want to do, oh, no. 2nd Ezra 16. Read that real quick. If you want to do this, throw a pity party and say, I can't be forgiven, hey, you're setting your judgment already, okay? Give me that 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 77. Watch this.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 77.
Come on.
Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities.
So woe means destruction. So if you're bound in your sins and covered with your iniquities, destruction's going to come. Okay, go ahead.
Like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof is covered with thorns, that no man may travel through.
Right, that no man should travel through. But check this out. Hold on. All right, give me verse 75. Watch this.
Verse 75.
Actually, 76. Watch this.
Yes, sir. Verse 76. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts.
Now, God said he'll guide you as long as you do what? As long as you keep his commandments and his precepts. Go ahead.
Right. And the precepts, saith the Lord God, let not your sins weigh you down.
You see that? So if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling overcome, the Bible say, don't let your sins weigh you down.
That's
and if
right.
they are weighing you down, God is not your God.
That's right.
So what you got to do, you got to pick yourself up, bro. Pick yourself up and understand that salvation is for you.
That's
Kingdom
right.
of Heaven's for you, bro.
Right.
It's up to you to get it. All right, thank you for calling, bro.
That's right.
Now, we ain't going to just act like we ain't just see. We said, play it one more again. Come on. And we got to bring this thing out.
Right.
All right?
Got to.
Watch this.
I'm trying to get my coochie
All right, take it down. So, she's crazy.
She crazy.
Yeah.
She is crazy. Officers, what y'all got on that? Actually, Proverbs 7 to 10 real quick.
Bring it
Before we
out.
get into it.
Bring it out.
The scriptures hit it on the head. We bring this out all the time, but it's crazy. Like, it is spot on. This thing is spot on. Proverbs 7 and 10. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
Right, with the tire of harlot. Watch this. Go
and
ahead.
subtle of heart.
And subtle of heart. This is what she do.
She is loud.
She is what?
Loud.
She is loud.
Sheesh.
And stubborn.
And stubborn. Who does that, bro?
Right.
I'm just walking. Hey, I need my. Like, who's that?
Right.
Bro, come on, man.
Crazy.
And you seen Esau, they're like, look at what's going on.
Right.
What's that? Psalms 44, right?
Yes, sir.
Psalms 44 and 14. All right, I'm going to pass the ball. The officer's like, come on, Cap.
No,
No,
bring
keep
it out,
going,
Cap. Bring it
Bring it
out.
out.
All right?
Bring it out.
Psalms 44 and 14, man.
Bring it on. The book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 14.
Come on.
Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
That's a curse, man.
That's it.
That right there, her walking down the street in the UK, screaming at the top of her lungs, talking about she need body parts scratched. That is a curse. That's how you know we the Israelites. bro.
Right.
Read that verse again.
Verse 14. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
Come on.
A shaking of the head among
That's
the
shake.
people.
Bro, that's so embarrassing right there. If I was on that street, man, I would have just turned straight, just start speed walking. I'm like, I don't know this nigga over here.
Right.
Go ahead, officers. Go ahead.
And man, what her daddy at? Man, how she was raised?
Right.
Let's give me that in Titus 2 and 3. Because if she was raised right, guarantee you she would have been saying that.
Right.
Well, you know she wasn't raised right.
No, she
Right.
wasn't.
no.
Shoot, let's go. This what a broken, so-called Black and Spanish Native American household. Without keeping God's laws, this is how you gonna raise your kids right here. Without God's laws, say anything that comes to your door and mind. Read.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The aged woman, likewise.
She look kind of aged than a young woman. Read.
That they may be in behavior as becometh holiness.
As becoming holiness, separate. Read.
Not false accusers.
Uh-huh.
Not given to much wine.
She was drinking. I know she was a little drunk. Read.
Teachers of good things.
Teach him of good things that come out of the laws of the Most High God, not what you came out of your filthy mouth, sister. So you got to repent.
Hey, somebody in the comments said they just, pick up the phone, we'll take it. They said they just locked up somebody and they did in, what's that, Dubai.
Dubai, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because she went over there running her mouth in the streets to a man and got locked up. That's what she should be.
That's right.
Sisters, that ain't how God created you.
Right.
Now remember, when you go back over there, that's closer to how we came up.
Right.
We got over to America and lost our damn mind.
That's right.
Hey. So yeah, she need to be locked up till she lose some damn respect.
Right.
Somebody need to go catch this one too. She crazy. Bring it out. She crazy. hey, let's take this call real quick. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, Cap. Most High in Christ bless.
Hey, Most High in Christ bless.
I just wanted to say about that sister, the first time I ever saw her or got down with her, she was crying and talking about selling her soul and weeping. It was like a video on Facebook, and now she's come to this. I guess they gave her some money, and now she's just all out there.
Yeah, man, that's what happened, man. They give him that bag. Look at Kiki.
Right.
She over. I don't want to talk about Kiki.
Come on, Kiki.
All right, I got to talk about Kiki for a second. She talking about she don't need a man. All she need is a bag.
Right.
That's the mindset of the sisters, man. But, bruh, they gonna be just wait. They gonna be the ones crying real soon, man.
Right.
Hey, thank you for calling, bro. Thank you for calling. Officer, yes,
sir. Hey, let me get Ezekiel 23 in verse 35. Because, I mean, like Cap brother, it's astonishment to see y'all people like this. Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 23 and verse 5.
Read.
And Aholah played the harlot when
23,
she was mine.
You got 23 and 35?
23 and 35.
Uh-huh.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 23 and verse 35.
Read.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast forgotten me
All people have forgotten God. Read.
and cast me behind thy back.
And they say all of those commandments that the prophets on the street teaching about, I ain't worried about that. I'm going to do what I want to do. Read.
Therefore, bear thou also thy lewdness.
Thy what?
Thy lewdness.
What this sister had was lewdness.
Right.
That was lewd behavior. Read.
And thy whoredoms.
Jump to verse 48.
Verse 48.
Uh-huh.
Thus will I cause lewdness to cease out of the land.
The Most High God said he going to cause that thing to cease out of the land. Read.
That all women.
All what?
All women.
Read.
May be taught not to
Maybe do what?
Be taught not to do after your lewdness.
Because the Most High God going to judge they behind.
That's right.
That's right.
I would have pressed for my sound effects, but the damn sound effect machine broke.
Dang.
It's out of juice. You see how they do me, man?
Wow.
I can't press nothing because it's dead. That was fire. All praises, man. Hey, let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. So we got Charles Crazy Self, Sukanami, what's her name?
Sukahana.
Whatever the damn name is, Crazy Self. Lou.
Right.
Sister Lou.
Sister Lou.
Man. Let's get into who this Oprah. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure y'all been seeing this, man, on social media.
Lord have mercy.
Mel Gibson, he got a new movie that recently came out exposing trafficking, child trafficking. Wow. Now, this is talking about Oprah Winfrey. Y'all know her from The Color Purple, from her network, from the Oprah Winfrey Show. Everybody know Oprah. She's a billionaire, all of that. But the people that she be with and connected with, they've all been found out to be traffickers.
Right.
Wow. All right, so play a little bit of this. We're not going to play too much of it. Play that.
When I came over here, I was in my mid-20s.
Right.
The first time I really came over. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions.
I believe that they gave me a raw deal because this industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too was trying to tell you about.
About what the hell was going on, because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
Mel Gibson reveals the truth behind Oprah's evil schools in Africa. Over the past few weeks, the Hollywood elite has been in the spotlight, with many controversies involving their members. And right now, Mel Gibson might have revealed one of the biggest secrets. One of the world's greatest idols, Oprah Winfrey, might not be who we all think she is. In Mel Gibson's movie Sound of Freedom, he might have just pulled the covers on the truth behind Oprah's evil schools in Africa.
Now check this out. So what they're saying, that what they're alluding to is that them schools is a cover or a front for the trafficking.
Wait a minute.
Now, okay, you know, let's just say an accusation was there, right? But it's not like just one accusation. It's a bunch of Bunch of things going on. What was that? Epstein or Epstein?
Right.
That's one of Oprah's Ace Boone Coons right there. And then this guy right here as well. This happened last week, I believe. He was discovered. Pull up the next article, please. John of God, that dude. Yeah. Read that.
Spiritual healer promoted by Oprah Winfrey, sentenced to 99 years in prison for raping hundreds of women and young girls.
Right, for raping hundreds of women and young girls. Read some of that, please.
The hell is this?
New reports reveal Oprah Winfrey's longtime spiritual healer, Jao Texeria de Feria, also known as John of God, has just received an additional sentence of 99 years in prison for hundreds of women and young girls. Jao Texeria de Feria, who is now a convicted sex offender, was formerly a Brazilian medium who gained worldwide attention after he was feathered on the Oprah Winfrey Show, CNN, ABC News, and many more TV networks.
Right, so she had him on the show, praising him. That was her spiritual advisor, what have you, in the witchcraft, right?
Right.
So it came out that he was over there involved in the trafficking, raping little girls. But this is someone who Oprah put the high esteem.
Right.
What y'all had on that?
Think about this, Cap. Like you're saying, Oprah put him in high esteem. There's two people just of the many that Oprah is in connection with that has evil ties to touching on these kids and stuff. Now, the scriptures say, give me that in Sirach chapter 13, verse 15. This is what the scriptures say. How many Israelites you see hanging around Oprah? The Israelites are trying to give solutions to the black community. How many of them you see Oprah promoting? None. So let's see what the scriptures say.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 15.
Read.
Every beast loveth his like.
So if Oprah hanging with child traffickers, it's telling you the mindset Oprah's in, regardless of what she put in front of that TV. Read.
And every man loveth his neighbor.
Read.
All flesh consorteth according to kind.
Don't think it's a coincidence Oprah is around people who's doing this to children. That's what she's doing behind closed doors. Read.
Right.
And a man will cleave to his like.
It ain't when you're a billionaire. People don't just hang around you. You select who hangs around.
Right. That's a heavy point. Right. And just for those who are out there, obviously morally, right? This is unethical. This is wrong. This thing is wrong. Where do we get our morals and ethics from? We get it from the Bible.
Right.
All right. Just two quick scriptures dealing with the trafficking. Right. Exodus 21. Y'all know this one right here. Well, you should know this one. Exodus 21 and 16. Right. All right. Dealing with what they did to us, that was wrong.
Right.
All right. But dealing, as we started off in the show, remember we do the missing persons report at the beginning of the show.
That's right.
This goes deeper than what you really think. All right. The elites in this world, they're the ones responsible, but they hide it right in front of your face. And we're going to dive in a little bit into that today. But read this for us, please.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16.
Come on.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him.
So it says, he that stealeth a man and selleth him. So that's what they're doing. They're stealing a lot of these children, and majority of the time, it's us. It's our people. All right, go ahead.
Or if he be found in his hand.
Come on.
He shall surely be put to death.
That was the judgment under the law of Moses. All right, that was the judgment. Showing you how severe the penalty is, how severe the sin is. Deuteronomy 24 and 7. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 7.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24 and verse 7.
Come on.
If a man be found stealing any of his brethren.
Any of his what?
Any of his brethren.
So now this get more specific to Oprah, because you got that. She was on Epstein Island. She's been there. And guess what he was found out for? The same thing. You think she doesn't know about what went on? She was there.
Right.
She was in cahoots. But shame on her. Even worse, because this is her own people being smuggled and trafficked. Read it again.
Verse 7. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel,
read,
and maketh merchandise of him.
Hey, and making merchandise of him. I know y'all have heard about the movie Taken. I think Bishop mentioned it, and then you had the Carlee situation that we're going to touch a little bit later. That's what they did. They would steal the girls and put them, basically, sex farms or whatever. Wow. The elites, they go to Epstein Island, and they would sleep with them. Right. They would do whatever they wanted to do with them for merchandise, for money. Right. That's what the Bible's talking about. Read it again.
Yes, sir. Verse 7. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel,
go ahead,
and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die.
Then that thief shall die. Come on.
And thou shalt put evil away from among you.
Right. So we got to understand these things. This is why it's morally wrong. This is why it's ethically wrong.
Right.
All right. Oh yeah, in New Testament, Timothy. Okay. 1 Timothy, the first chapter. This is what it's called in the New Testament. All right. 1 Timothy 1. I think it's 8. Watch this.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient.
Right, for the lawless and disobedient, read.
For the ungodly and for sinners.
Come on.
For unholy and profane. For murderers of fathers.
Uh-huh.
And murderers of mothers. For manslayers.
Uh-huh.
For whoremongers. For them that defile themselves with mankind.
Watch this.
For man stealers.
For men stealers. For men stealers. All right, so showing you what? Yeah, we'll take a call. Even in the New Covenant, New Testament, bro, this behavior is not condonable.
That's right.
That's why Christianity is so dangerous.
Right.
Because they say that God's laws are done away with. So Christianity just said that it's okay to traffic children.
Dang.
That's what it's time for y'all to come up out of those churches.
That's right. Bring it
All
up.
right, because they're not teaching you this. They're telling you it's okay to live a lawless life.
Right.
It's okay for 2 men and 2 women to get
Bring it
married.
out.
So they really saying it's okay for you to steal children, have sex with them, and sell them in this trafficking ring.
Right.
That's what they're saying. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your question or your comment?
Yes, good evening. When they're talking about the taking of the children, if you pull up the Sandra Bullock YouTube with her on the Ellen DeGeneres show, you would also see what else they use our children for, to rejuvenate themselves.
Right. They take the body parts and all stuff like that. Yeah, man. I've been reading a lot of those things. And it's coming to light. Give me that in Luke chapter 8, verse 17. Thank you for calling in, bro. Luke chapter 8, verse 17. All right. It ain't no coincidence that our people just be coming up missing and large enough.
Right.
It's not a coincidence. This is true. This really is going on. And it's from the people that you didn't expect, right?
Right.
All right, read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 8 and verse 17.
Come on.
For nothing is secret.
Right, it says nothing is secret, read.
That shall not be made manifest.
Uh-huh.
Neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
Right. Nothing's going to be hid that everybody's not going to be informed about.
That's right.
All right. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. Do me a favor. Let's go back to the Oprah situation a little bit. Hey, I'm going to just say topic of the day is going to be very short today. Because, the rundown got some good stuff. I kind of want to touch it. All right. So we'll probably have to do a part 2. But it's all right.
That's all right.
That's okay.
That's all right.
All right. Drop that. Give me the next one, please, on Oprah. All right. So now, this was taken from one of our panel discussions, okay? And do me a favor. I would like to read the article first, then I want to play the video. Because I don't want writings on the wall to be seen as taking anything out of context, okay? All right, that's not, we want you to, hey, when you tune in here, you get the legit news.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to read this article first, then we're going to play this clip.
That's right.
All right, so read that, please.
USA Today, fact check. Oprah Winfrey's comment on sexual abuse and grooming taken out of context.
So they say, because what she said is some crazy stuff.
Yes.
But they said it was taken out of context. So let's read some of this first, and then we'll play the clip.
The claim, Oprah condones pedophilia because she said, if the molester is any good, the child won't know he's being abused or he's been abused. With decades of talk shows, a TV network, a magazine, and a production company to her credit, Oprah Winfrey is among the most influential women in the world. That means there's years of her clips and quotes that can be used in service of misinformation, and that is just what some are doing to support a fringe conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy theory because at this time, what is this, like 3-4 years ago when this was written? Yep. Epstein wasn't found out yet, I don't believe. When did that happen? When did Epstein get found out? Could somebody do a fact check on that, please? You know? Because I got to see. I got to see how this line up. What's the date on this article, please? Pull that up for us. When does this take place? Okay, August 27th, 2020. When was Epstein Island found out? What was going on there? Anybody got it on the Google search?
What?
That was 2005? For real?
2019.
Nah, it was on 2005.
Yes, sir. It said his conviction and sentencing was 2008 through 2011.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it happened a long time ago. Say, that's why you got to fact check.
Right.
That's why I said check it. We all right. Okay, so it happened a long time ago. But that was Oprah's A Spoon Coon right there, right?
Right.
So they say conspiracy theory. There was no conspiracy theory what was going on Epstein Island. That's not a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a conspiracy that her man's John of God
Right.
just got found out. All right, that's not a
Work it out.
conspiracy. All right, now go back to the article real quick before we play this clip. Why did Oprah say? Read that.
Why did Oprah say, if the molester is any good, the child won't know he's been abused? That's a weird thing to say, right?
I agree. That's very strange to say. Go ahead.
Monique posted on Facebook on August 15th. The post has more than 10,000 shares.
All right, so they say it was taken out of context. We'll let the viewers out there, those who are viewing in right now, y'all put in the comments what y'all think. All right, because when I heard it, I ain't gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna see what y'all think.
Right.
All right, so play the clip. It's like 30 seconds. Play that.
You're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis. It feels good.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. She came out swinging, didn't she? She did. She came out swinging. All right, run it back. I don't think they was ready for that. They weren't ready for that. All right, run it back.
You're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis. It feels good. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good.
So I'm sorry, I ain't gonna lie. The way she's saying it in her conviction, that's iffy. Bruh, think about it. A 7-year-old don't think like that.
Right.
So how do you think and know that feels good? No.
Right.
No. That's like, I'm scared. I'm nervous. Why are you big person? Why are you touching me then?
Right.
That's what's really going on.
Yep.
All right. Remember, Oprah, she was molested when she was a child. So the way she think is messed up. Right. She's jacked up, just like Jada Pinkett, she's messed up in the mind.
Yep.
She's deranged. All right, read that. I'm sorry, play that again from the top. This is our people right here. Play that.
You're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis. It feels good. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good.
So when this, when they say things like that, because just like it say, Sirach 13:23, right? Read that real quick. Sirach 13:23, just like it say that, she's repeating it. Why? Because she's influential.
Right.
So if she say something like that, you're gonna look at the crowd and they start nodding their head and start agreeing with them. Like, wait, do y'all hear what this lady's saying, man? Read that real quick.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds.
All right, I ain't gonna stop the video no more, all right? I promise. So go back to the video, play it all the way through, and we're gonna deal with it.
You're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis. It feels good. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, "You crazy," because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown against the wall.
Wait, it's like sexual assault?
Oh, it is.
It is. I'm sorry, I stopped it again. Okay, go back.
Remember I said this years ago, so she's been pushing this.
Yeah, to try to change the narrative.
Right.
Oh, this is in. Yes, our NAMBLA expert, Officer Elijah, if you would like to add commentary to that. Put the camera on, Officer Elijah. Yes, go speak on that.
Go ahead. I'm just showing how she's pointing out that this is what she's been pushing for years. That's it.
I ain't right. Hey, we just playing. It's brotherly love. We just playing up here. It's for the all right, go back to it.
You're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened. And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel and somebody.
Okay, that was it. Hey, officers, what y'all got on that, man?
That sound like that that experiment with the frog in the water. If you put a frog in a bottle of water and turn it up slow, it won't know it getting bothered, and that thing it died. So she sound like she playing like witchcraft on the peoples. Make it seem like pedophilia is okay.
Right.
That's exactly what she's doing right now.
You deep.
Playing with the mind.
You deep, bro. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, she keeps saying it, and eventually what's going to happen? It's going to stick.
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to stick. Yeah, man, our people crazy as hell. Speaking of, bro, today's show's going fast.
Right.
I just looked at the time, we almost done again.
That's right.
All right, so Carlee, let's get Carlee real quick. Let's deal with that. All right. So y'all know the sister, she reported what? That she saw a little baby walking on, supposedly, right?
Right.
Saw a baby walking, and then she called, finding out that wasn't a true story. So let's watch a little bit of this real quick. Watch this.
We finally have a major update and some concrete information from police in Hoover, Alabama, as it relates to the Carlee Russell case. Remember, this all started last Thursday when Carlee Russell went missing in Hoover, Alabama. She was driving at night, called cops to say that she saw a toddler walking alongside the freeway. She pulled over, called her family to tell them the same story, and then she disappeared.
Hi, I am on Interstate.
Hey, they're saying the volume is low. Turn it up, please.
And there is a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where am I supposed to go?
Cops showed up. There was no sign of Carlee. There was no sign of this kid. A massive search got underway. The story got national attention. And on its face, it sounded like a straight-up abduction. It sounded like human trafficking. It was very scary. And then about 48 hours later, she shows up on foot at her parents' house, seemingly out of nowhere. And even before the police came out today, people had a lot of questions. There was a lot of suspicions. People felt like the facts of this story were not lining up. And now the police are sort of saying, yes, that is in fact the case, at least from our point of view right now, too.
And officers,
here's a big thing.
What y'all got on this? Because the facts are coming out. She showed up at her parents' doorsteps unscathed. There was no missing child. The police showed up 5 minutes later after she called. And now they're showing what she Google searched. Things basically that show that that's what she was going to do.
Right.
What y'all got on that, man?
Hey, real quick, let me get Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22, because the evidence came out. You know, we thinking that our sister got abducted. Come to find out, she plotting her own abduction.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 22.
Read.
For my people is foolish. They have not known me.
Read.
They are sottish children.
The Most High God saying our people are simple children. Read.
And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil.
They are what?
Wise to do evil.
Who would even think to plot your own abduction?
Black people.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Black people. That's what we're doing, man.
Powerful nigga
What you did is you're trying to get some attention or something.
Yeah, man.
That's what you're trying to do. But that lying spirit, that'll get you in a lake of fire. You don't repent.
Right.
Revelation on 21:8.
Hey, for the second time, I ain't gonna lie. We can't even go to it. Read that later tonight.
That's right.
All right. Hey, let's get into the topic of the day. Oh, before we do, I don't see it, but I'm pointing to there. Go right there. Push the button. We got 1.3. Okay. So we only got 700 likes. The hell is this?
Come on.
We need to get the likes up. Get the likes up. All right. We need to have over 1,000 likes, share, comment, subscribe. All right. Hey, let's get into it, man. This is a 5 minutes version. We've never done this. Right. It's time to make history, right?
That's right.
All right. I need 20 minutes. No, 15 minutes on the 15 minutes on the rundown. I'm gonna try to do this in 5 minutes. All right. So today's topic is, read it.
You can't see it.
Oh gosh, it will be your own people before it's them.
Wow.
Dang.
It will be your own people before it's them. All right. So speaking of that, in this truth, man, it's much treachery. Okay, that's going to be going on. Give me that in Matthew 24. Let's start right there. All right, so I'm just, pick a few, and we're going to keep it moving, man.
That's right.
All right, so Christ warned us about this in the last days. All right? Give me Matthew 24 and Jeremiah 9, and then we'll go to a clip. All right, watch this, y'all.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 9.
Come on.
Then shall they deliver...
No, I called 10.
I'm sorry, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another.
Right, so it's saying in these last days, all right, perilous times, obviously, like we read in Timothy, it says evil's going to be increasing, and in the whole grand scheme of things, it says many people are going to be offended in these last days. Why? Because they don't have Christ.
Right.
Or they don't bear Christ. Nope. Matthew 11 and 6, we're coming right back to this. All right, so this is what you got to understand, brothers and sisters. Many are called, but few are chosen. All right? We're going to have people amongst us that came for the right reasons, but certain things are going to happen over time. And what are they going to do? They become offended and become betrayers. Right. And then you're also going to have people that's just going to be sent amongst us. And we can learn that from the civil rights movement. The Black Panthers, the Muslims. You understand? I'm sorry. Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, right?
Right.
So we can learn from things like that. All right, read this verse.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 6.
Come on.
And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
Right, it says, blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended. So when the offenses come, go back to Matthew 24 and 10, and there's still a vengeful spirit there to the point where they don't ever want to get over it. All right, and it turns into revenge and spite. All right, they don't try to make peace with their brother. They don't try to work it out. All right, just know that thing's going to turn into bitterness, and that's when the betrayal is going to take place.
That's right.
All right, so watch this.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 10.
Come on.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another,
And shall betray one another. Go ahead.
and shall hate one another.
And shall hate one another. That's it on that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Bishop did a class years ago going into everyone has the potential to be a Judas.
Right.
Everybody has the potential to be a Judas. That's why I want you to go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 4. Okay? Never let a friendship get above or in between these scriptures.
That's right.
Never let that happen. That's right. Okay? Watch this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 9 and verse 4.
Come on.
Take ye heed, every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in another brother, any brother.
Come on.
For every brother will utterly supplant.
Right. Everybody has the capability to utterly supplant against you.
Right.
All right. And then sometimes you forget that because you have so many things in common. But if your relationship is not filtered through these scriptures, obviously, that's a red flag.
Right.
And this
That's
is
right.
something that cannot be forgotten. Why? Because Christ just warned us about this.
That's
All right, go
right.
ahead.
And every neighbor will walk with slanders.
Come on.
And they will deceive every one his neighbor, and will not speak the truth.
And will not speak the truth. Come on.
They have taught their tongue to speak lies.
What verse you at?
This is verse 5, sir.
Come on.
And weary themselves to commit iniquity.
And weary themselves to commit iniquity. Do me a favor, IT. I just got a quick clip. I want you to read the subtitles. Do not pause the video until I say so, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, for the sake of time. So play this for us, please, from the beginning.
NYPD and FBI allegedly conspired to kill Malcolm X, according to an officer's recent report.
This letter helps me to understand the pain and guilt that Ray felt for the last 55 years. He conspired to help the NYPD assassinate Malcolm X.
An ex-undercover NYPD officer, Raymond Wood, he composed...
All right, reader, you got to read faster, bro.
He composed a letter in 2011. He unknowingly helped in Malcolm X's assassination. According to NBC News, Wood passed away, but instructed that the letter be read only
after his death.
On behalf of Ray, he wanted the world to know that he is deeply sorry. I hope that this information helps the Shabazz family, to more clearly understand what happened to their father on that horrible day.
In 1965, 39-year-old Malcolm X was shot to death while speaking at New York City's Albadone Ballroom. These three members of Nation of Islam, a group of Malcolm X once belonged to himself, were convicted in his murder. In a letter, Raymond Wood wrote that he was tasked with infiltrating civil rights groups as undercover cops.
Stop. So it says he was tasked with infiltrating civil rights groups. Could you give me the fifth column wiki real quick? Right. So you got to understand this. They were tasked with infiltrating. And give me Luke 20 and 20 to go with that. All right. I'm gonna speed this up. Give me Luke chapter 20 verse 20. And Lord's will we could touch this another day. All right, to really dive into this thing. Read that script for me, please.
Yes, sir. The book of Luke, chapter 20 and verse 20.
Come on.
And they watched him.
And they did what?
And they watched him.
Come on.
And sent forth spies.
And sent forth what?
Spies.
Come on.
Which should feign themselves just men.
Right, feign themselves. They falsely presented themselves as men who were serious in this truth. And we got the same thing present day, all right? Understand what Christ is telling us in Matthew 24. Okay, so do me a favor, pull up fifth column. Read that, please.
A fifth column is any group of people who undermine a larger group or nation from within.
From where?
From within.
Right, from within. They infiltrate. And what do? They undermine a larger group. Whenever you hear certain conversation, that's just like, wait a second. Why would you Why would you say that? You understand? You ever have meetings, you're with brothers and, you go over and over the same thing over and over again, but every time y'all break, it's always that particular brother or this brother that's talking against what we just met about. Right. It's like, wait a second. Or everybody's saying this about the brothers, and he's saying, nah, I can't, there's something about him that I don't like. And they're trying to stir things up. You got to be mindful of these conversations. Why? Because of what Christ told us in Matthew 24. Right. What's today's topic of the day? It'll be your own people before it's them. Understand, this is one of Esau's tactics too. Okay, yeah, that's an excellent thumbnail. Give the thumbnail team a round of applause right there. So let's explain the thumbnail. You got the big head right there. That's William O'Neal. All right, he's famous for betraying the one on the right. All right, that's come on now. Fred Hampton, but that's the active version of Fred Hampton. Right. That's the active version. And then you got Malcolm X on the bottom right, and you got Hoover. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's his name, right? J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover on the bottom left. All right, it'll be your own people before it's them. All right, because ultimately they just want to eradicate us, but they want us to destroy ourselves. Right. Once we get to the point where it don't matter who infiltrates us, they're going to see that this no longer works. But we're not there yet. Right. We're getting there. So we know before that comes, we got to deal with these type of topics right now. Right. All right, because this is exactly how it's going to go down. So go back to the fifth column for me real quick. And I'm sorry to be so fast, but we got a lot to cover. Read that for me.
Yes, sir. A fifth column is any group of people who undermine a larger group or nation from within.
From within, come on.
Usually in favor of an enemy group or another nation.
Or another nation. Or another nation. A lot of our people love America. Right.
That's right.
You understand? They love America. Like when you read that covenant of hell and death in Isaiah 28, that's what a lot of our people are going to lean to in these last days when it heats up. So I just want to leave you with that. That's a tidbit. Lord's will, we'll dive deep into it at another time. But until then, we're going to get into the rundown. We got Officer Losias, Officer Elijah, Officer Sampson, Officer Aaron. IT, you ready? All right, play the clip. Hey, that thing was intense. Sheesh. All right. Kamala wants us dead. Let's see what it's talking about. Let's pull it up. Read that.
Kamala Harris says U.S. must reduce population to fight climate change in latest gaffe.
Once again, officers, what y'all got? Climate change ain't real. All right, but yet they want us dead. What y'all got on this?
When you see statements like this, Cap, coming from the vice president, you wonder why nobody attacks Bill Gates. This is why Bill Gates able to do what he do, because they all think the same.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all see this? And another thing, they try to put like fear in our people's heart, for they can trust. In fact, they can come and try to trust in the so-called white man in order to come to this Bible. At the same time. And
don't forget, Kamala, she's not our people.
Right.
First and foremost. She's Elam. She's Elam. She is not our people. Today. So let's play the video of her saying what she said.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Does that make any sense?
No sense at all.
When we kill you, then you could drink clean water. And wait a second. Wait. Wow. How is that going to happen when you kill every? That doesn't make any. What are they saying? All you darkies? Yeah, that's who we want to kill. So the elites can have a good life. That's what they really want to do.
Right.
Go ahead. You have something?
They starting over there to the so-called it's the Mexican Issachar. They started at the borders right now, because remember I think we put out one article that said they're gonna start killing.
With the cartel situation.
Yes, sir.
Remember that. Exactly. And you remember that family that supposedly got killed by the cartel. Don't be surprised if you know who had a part to do with that to usher that in. Right. And remember what DeSantis is trying to do. He's trying to go straight up Jim Crow.
Right.
DeSantis, bruh, in the years to come, his true agenda's gonna come out, bro.
That's
He's
right.
a man of blood.
Yeah. Right.
That dude is a man of blood. Yes, I'm officer.
Yeah, so like what they're doing, they keep flashing it like what? Trying to create this race war, which, eventually, it's going to happen. So they keep telling the white folks, they have all the guns, the ammo, like, hey, so, what I'm saying, we got to get rid of some, these types of people. They're taking up our air, they're taking up our food. Before we know it, everything's going to be gone. So, and then also, I remember like a couple years back, they were saying like, actually, it's true because what? We are the majority on this earth. So they're trying to tell, the white folks, you're losing the majority. You know what I'm saying? The minorities are taking over. So they're trying to push the scare taxes to these Edomites or what? So they can start doing what they,
Right, and
want to do.
that's that insurrection
Right.
in 2nd Ezra 16 against those who fear the Lord. Go ahead, officer.
I would say, America just sent a couple of $1 billion back over to Ukraine again
Yeah,
for this
yeah,
war.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yep.
it ain't like they can't afford to
The
make
hell
some
is
water.
this?
Man made a machine that makes water out of air.
There you go. And then what happened to him?
Right.
Yeah.
Think about that. Oh, no. That's the dude with the car. I thought about the Buffalo shooting.
Right.
Bro, there's a brother who just did
Right
that.
up there in Flint,
Yeah,
Michigan.
yeah, there you go.
They destroyed his equipment.
Right.
Yep.
They don't want the solution.
Yep. They don't want the solution. All right, when our brothers are brilliant brothers, the Most High put that spirit on them, they do what? They destroy their inventions.
Right.
Okay. Let's continue. Skipping Pride Day. Read that.
A teacher in Windsor, Ontario, chastised a group of Muslim students for not attending a Pride celebration day, describing the actions as disgusting and an incredible show of hatred.
Now, is there more? Okay, read that.
Windsor Public School teacher rips Muslim students for skipping Pride Day.
Right. So the teacher said that was a disgusting display of hate. Now, these are the Muslims, which are not our people, right? That's the Ishmael, Arab man's religion. But they're saying just because they skipped this day to observe their own religion, they said that that's a show of hate.
Right.
Why is that? Because, what's that? First Maccabees, chapter 1. All right? They all want us to adhere to their religion.
Right. That's right.
Okay?
Right.
41, watch this.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 41.
Come on.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Right, that all should be one people. Come on.
And everyone should leave his law.
That's the key right there. They don't want that. Why? Because that gives us the right to stand up for our laws.
Right.
They know, everybody, Islam is not the true religion.
Right.
Christianity is not the true religion. But keeping God's commandments and the faith of Christ is the true religion.
That's right.
And this is nothing but a smoke screen to attack us.
Right.
You have to be able to see that thing.
Right.
Esther chapter 3, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Watch this. Esther chapter 3, verse 8. And this is why Haman wanted to kill us. As a matter of fact, let's read it in the Apocrypha, the rest of Esther 13. It's better if we read this one. The rest of Esther 13, and give me verse 4. Watch this. And just 4 through 6. Read fast for me, please. Somebody help him. Anybody.
The rest of Esther, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Come on.
Declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations.
That's us. That's the Israelites. Our laws are contrary to the other nations. Come on.
Right?
And continually despise the commandments of kings.
Right. Like I said, that had nothing to do with the Muslims. That was an attack on us.
Right.
All right. We despise the commandment. We don't want to celebrate Pride Month and Pride Day. That has nothing to do with us. That's against God's commandments. Go ahead.
So as the uniting of our kingdom.
You see that? You see, as the what?
Uniting of our kingdom.
Read.
Honorably intended by us.
Come on.
Cannot go forward.
There you go. There you go. They're going to blame us for disrupting world peace.
Right.
That's what they're going to do. It's going to start here, and everybody's going to turn on us and say, it's actually you Israelites. It's your fault why we can't come together in peace.
Right.
And they're going to say, we have peace. And remember, don't forget what that got over there, and was it, is it in Dubai, the three religions? The Abrahamic faith.
Yeah. Right.
They're going to say, we are the ones disrupting world peace.
Right.
Okay? Read on.
Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men.
You see that? Unto all men. So the history is going to do it. History is going to repeat itself all over again. Go ahead.
Deferring in the strange manner of their law.
Come on.
And evil affection connected to our state.
It's not evil, but yes, we go against everything that's contrary to God's commandments.
That's right. Working all the mischief they can.
Read.
That our kingdom may not be firmly established.
We read it earlier. Hey, this kingdom is going to come to naught.
That's right.
It's going to be as Sodom and Gomorrah. It's not going to be established, but they're going to continue to fight for that thing.
That's right.
All right? And it's going to be bad for us. But when it gets to its pinnacle, when it gets to its peak, that's when, guess what? That's when the Most High is going to intervene on our behalf.
That's right.
Read on.
Therefore, have we commanded that all they that are signified in writing unto you by a man,
That's Haman. Go ahead.
who is ordained over the affairs,
Come on.
and is next unto us, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed.
You see that? That's what they really want to do. They want to utterly destroy all of us for standing on God's commandments. Come on.
By the sword of their enemies, without all mercy and pity, in the 14th day of the 12th month, Adar of this present year.
Right. So that's what they want to do, man. So whenever you see stuff like that, hey, don't fall for the smoke screen, man. All right. Bible ban. So this keeps coming up over and over again. Read this. Read that.
Non-theistic,
yeah.
Non-profit calls for Bible ban in Leon schools, citing moms for liberty efforts.
Bro, that's right here in good old Tallahassee. Hassie. Oh, man, ain't saying the Hassie, man. Hell is this? Read on, man. Read on. Got me saying that mess.
The Freedom from Religion Foundation, which describes itself as a non-theistic nonprofit, is giving Leon County School District an ultimatum. Ban the Bible or stop banning books altogether.
Hey, man, it's getting hot out here, bro. What you had, officer?
Because like you stated that everything is against the children of the Most High God.
There you go.
Every single thing. Let's go to Psalms. Go to Psalms 37 and 32. Because you think they say Ishmael doing that. Nuh-uh. They looking at us. They looking at us because they know we bringing out the truth of this Bible. And they know when we bring God's kingdom, bringing out the Bible, standing on all manner of evil, when our kingdom come, guess what? Their kingdom going to go down.
That's right.
The book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous.
Right, the righteous, the wicked always watching us, read.
And seeketh to slay him.
And seeketh to slay them. Ban the Bible. Ban them, the Bibles inside the schools and everything like that. Because the truth coming out.
That's right.
Hey, Isaiah 34 and 8. And because also remember this, America's in cahoots with who? Israel. All right? They're all the same. They're all the same people, cut of the same cloth. All right? So at the end of the day, this is about the birthright, the battle of the birthright. Okay, you ban the Bible, we can't figure out who we are, right? And that's what it's about. It's about that attack. But at this point, it's too late, Esau. We just got to let you know.
That's right.
Hey, you snoozed, you was prideful, and now the Most High put the spirit on us. We everywhere, and we not going to stop.
That's right.
So, hey, you can send the infiltrators. They going to come. Some going to fall because they not serious. And then you got to do what you got to do, all right? But we got to continue to pray for each other, that we stay strong in this truth, in this faith. All right? Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 8.
Come on.
For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
Read.
And the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
Right, for the controversy of Zion. So it's going to be the time of recompense once and for all, and the Most High is going to set the record straight on who his people are.
That's right.
All right. And they're not going to have any chance ever again to deceive the nations. All right. They're going to try to after 1,000 years. But they're going to get shut down.
That's right.
All right. They're going to get shut down. All right. And like I said, with Maccabees, Ezra, this is not the first time they tried to destroy our Bible. Okay. They tried to do this all throughout history. So brothers and sisters, we got to continue to build ourselves up, because it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. All right, let's move on. China.
The Chinese Communist Party is rewriting the Bible.
You see this?
There you go.
See this happening in good old Tallahassee. Now they're talking about Chinese people. The hell they got to do with the Bible? Get the hell out of here. I don't give a damn the Chinese trying to rewrite nothing. What the hell is this?
What the hell is this?
Who? Read that. Read that.
Gospel according to Chairman Chi has Jesus turned killer instead of forgiving sin.
Wow!
As part of a push to sinicize religion, the Chinese Communist Party has embarked on a 10-year project to rewrite the Bible and other religious texts.
You see, this is the dragon.
Right.
Okay. All right. The dragon is wrath.
Right.
And all the other nations who had a part in our captivity, all they're trying to do is stop the rise of God's people.
That's right.
But it's not going to prevail.
Right. That's
Officers, what y'all got? What y'all got on this topic?
Hey, give me that in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. Because this is why China nor Esau want to see what's going on with this Bible. They see all of us waking up and it's happening throughout the world. It's scary to them.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So understand, China think that they're going to be next in line, and they realize if the Bible is true, that means they got to get right back at the back of the line because it ain't going to happen. Right. And that's where this anger is coming from. They realize that they're going to have to go right back to a subservient state, even though right now they're on top.
Hey, Jeremiah 48, y'all know this one. Well, some of y'all, if y'all be tuning in, you should know. Right. Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 29.
That's right.
That's Moab being prideful again. And just like King David said in Psalm 60, who is the wicked to declare God's statutes?
Right.
Who the hell you think you is to say that you can rewrite the Bible?
You're going to learn today.
First and foremost, the authors of the Bible are the prophets.
That's right.
And you can only be a prophet if you are an Israelite.
That's right.
Blank period. Nobody else.
Bring it up.
Nobody else. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 48, verse 29.
Go ahead.
We have heard the pride of Moab.
We heard what you said, Moab. We heard that you want to rewrite the Bible. Go ahead.
He is exceeding proud.
He's exceeding proud because somebody don't told him wrong. Go ahead.
That's right.
His loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride. And the haughtiness of his heart.
And the haughtiness of his heart. We heard about you. But guess what? It's not going to prevail.
Right.
It's only going to be for a time. All right, after America falls, we understand that China's going to try to uprise after, but they're going to be cast down. Why?
That's right.
Because you got to go to that. You got to go to it. There's always somebody new.
That's right.
2nd Ezra chapter, was it 16? Let's get that. No, not 16, 15. All right, let's get that real quick. This is why it's going to come to naught. Just read 46. Watch this.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 46.
Go ahead.
And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
Right, that's why you're going to come tonight. If you following after everything America did, what you think going to happen to you?
Right.
You're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
Right.
And art the glory of her person.
Come on.
Woe be unto them, thou wretch.
Come on.
Because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
So it says destruction's coming to you because you made yourself just like the whore. Go ahead.
That's right.
And hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desire to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her work and invention. Therefore, saith God, I will send plagues upon thee.
Read.
Widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
With destruction and death.
That's right.
Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Black Sea grain deal. Let's get one more. All right, and then we'll close out. All right, pull it up. Come on, IT. Let's go. Read. Come on, IT. Not right now. Come on, pull it up. Read.
Russian-Ukraine Black Sea grain deal. All you need to know.
Scroll down. We need you to read fast. Come on.
The Black Sea Grain Initiative, a deal brokered between Russia and Ukraine by the United Nations and Turkey, has allowed 32.9 million metric tons of food to be exported from war-torn Ukraine since August.
Come on.
More than half of that grain went to developing countries, including those getting relief from the World Food Program, WFP, according to the Joint Coordination Center in Istanbul.
Now give me the next article. But remember what just happened with the bridge.
Right.
Now play that. Come on.
Vladimir Putin calls off Black Sea grain.
So he cuts it off. He cuts off the deal for what just happened with the bridge. Next article, come on. Come on, we need you going fast. Play that.
Ultimately,
no,
participation in these agreements is a choice. But struggling people everywhere and developing countries don't have a choice. Hundreds of millions of people face hunger, and consumers are confronting a global cost of living crisis. And they will pay the price.
Right, they're going to pay the price. It's going to lead to what? Famine and death.
Wow.
Much famine and death. Next. All right, so looking at this, it says where Ukrainian grain is exported to. It's showing you what? United States of America. Could you, why would you make it smaller?
Zoom in.
Goodness. Keep zooming, please. All right, very good, very good. African nations, Europe, Asia. You see that thing right there? So it's showing you how important. And it says everywhere in the United States.
Right.
But guess what? Hey, the deal is not going to happen. Russia pulled out of the deal because he's pissed off what happened with the attack on the bridge. So brothers and sisters, we got some very perilous times to come.
That's right.
All right, but hey, all praise to the Most High. Thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in today. Pray you got something from today's show. All right, bringing you your end times news here with your brothers here in IUIC Tallahassee.
Right.
Signing off, I'm Captain Mattathias to my right.
Shalom, I'm Officer Losias.
Shalom, Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Samson.
Shalom, Officer Aaron.
And Lord's will, we'll be back next week with another show. And with that, we say
Shalom.